Okay, now if you just face me this way, and I'll show you just exactly what's going on. Okay, now on the last technique we used the thenar eminence on that hypomobile left transverse process. We can use the finger rather than the thenar eminence, so that this now goes onto that left transverse process of 5, while the thenar eminence becomes a stabilizer on T6. One advantage of doing this is particularly noticeable when you get into the upper thoracic region, where the scapulae become a problem. If I have my arm coming out from the side this way, then the force tends to get on the scapula. Now the way we just did the technique was using ulnar deviation to get that thenar eminence higher than the finger, but also at the shoulder, medial rotation to bring the hand down. Now if I do this in the upper spine, you end up with the scapula sitting on your forearm and the force is taken here rather than through the vertebrae you want to manipulate. If, on the other hand, you use the other technique where you use the finger rather than the thenar eminence on the vertebra, we use radial deviation to get the finger higher than the thenar eminence, which means now that the arm can lay very parallel to the spine and well clear of the scapulae. So this is a technique that we'll look at now. So it's the same lesion, left hypomobility, T5-6, but we're going to do it slightly differently. So we'll get you lying on your back for me. Come towards me. And I'm going to reach around her again, but this time the thenar eminence is going to lay on the transverse process of T5. Hands over your chest. So again, I'll roll it down. Just drop your legs down for me. Great. This way. The hand goes under that transverse process on the left, the finger, while the thenar eminence is lower down than the one below it. Same thing applies. As I roll her back, I lift her onto my hand there. And now I have to side flex her to the left, this time away from me rather than towards me. I'll get her to lift her head up for me again. There's the flexion, relax back down, fiddle, and drop down with the thrust. So once again, to do it quickly, there and there, up and over. Now the other thing that's important, if you can see my body position now, is that my body weight is over my hand, not down here. If my body's down here, the thrust will be this way. I need my body weight over my hand. Head up and thrust.